Good morning, students. Today we will find the solution of general form of Abel's singular integral equation. The general form of Abel's singular integral equation is given by Fs is equal to integral a to s gt upon hs minus ht whole raised to the power alpha, where alpha lies between 0 and 1. Here this function h, that is strictly monotonically increasing function, and this function is differentiable in the open interval ab, and in this interval the derivative of the function h, that is not equal to 0. Today we will find the solution of this integral equation. This is called general form of Abel's singular integral equation. So, in order to solve this integral equation, let us consider the integral a to s h dash u fu divided by hs minus hu whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. This is the integral with respect to u. Now, substituting the value of f of u from the equation 1, from this equation by replacing s by u, you will get integral a to u gt upon h of u minus ht whole raised to the power alpha. So the value of f of u from here will be substituted in the integral I. So if we substitute the value of f of u, the value of integral I, that will become integral a to s h dash u upon hs minus hu whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha into, this is the value of f of u, which is integral t varies from a to u gt divided by hu minus ht whole raised to the power alpha du. Now you can see in the integral on this right hand side, the first integration is in the t direction, and here the limits of t are t is equal to a to t is equal to u, and then the resulting integral is integrated in the u direction, and the limits of u are u is equal to a to u is equal to s. And so the reason of integration, if we draw, that is because the limits of integration were t is equal to a to t is equal to u. So this is the line. If we take, this is t axis, this is u axis, the straight line passing to origin, this line, this is t is equal to u. The limits of t were t is equal to a to t is equal to u. This is a line parallel to u axis, so at a distance a. So this represents the line t is equal to a. This is t is equal to u. So the reason of integration here is this triangle, the triangle ABC. Now, in the integral under consideration, the area is divided into the strips which are parallel to this axis, this kind of strips. One such kind of strip we have shown here by the strip PQ. Now we will reverse the order of integration. So first we integrate with respect to u and then with respect to t. So in order to reverse the order of integration, we will divide this area of triangle ABC into the vertical strips, means the strips which are parallel to this line u axis. One such kind of strip we have shown here. This is the strip P dash Q dash. So after changing the order of integration, the limits of integration in the u direction, they are u is equal to t to u is equal to s, and in the t direction, the limits of integration, they will become t is equal to a to t is equal to s. Now, so after changing the order of integration, the right hand side of equation 3 becomes integral t is equal to a to t is equal to s gt integral u is equal to t to u is equal to s h dash u divided by hs minus hu whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha into hu minus ht whole raised to the power alpha. Now this integral is with respect to u, and this integral, this is with respect to t. Now we are to simplify the integral inside this equation 4. Let us consider the integral by j. Now j is the integral u is equal to t to u is equal to s h dash u divided by hs minus hu whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha into hu minus ht whole raised to the power alpha. We are to simplify this integral. So in order to simplify this integral, let us put hs minus hu upon hs minus ht is equal to y. Now from here, by cross multiplication and collecting the terms having hu, we can find the value of h of u here. So the value of hu from here is given by hs minus y into hs minus ht. Now differentiating this equation, from here its derivative will be h dash u du, and here derivative of this term will be 0, derivative of y will be dy, this is constant, this will remain as it is. Now substituting these values in the equation 5, so the equation 5 which gives the integral j, that becomes integral 0 to 1 hs minus ht divided by hs minus ht whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha into y raised to the power 1 minus alpha into hs minus ht into y minus ht whole raised to the power alpha. Now from here we can combine these two terms. This will become hs minus ht. So this hs minus ht, and from here also that can be taken outside with power alpha. Inside we will get 1 minus y and the power is alpha. This term we have kept as it is. So finally the term hs minus ht in the denominator, combining these two terms, that will become the power 1 which will be cancelled out with this term. So we are left only with these two terms. Now taking these two terms in the numerator, we will get the value of integral j, which is given by integral 0 to 1 y raised to the power alpha minus 1 into 1 minus y raised to the power minus alpha dy. Now by definition, this is beta function with the m and n as alpha and 1 minus alpha. Now b of mn is given by gamma of first into gamma of second divided by gamma of their sum. So b of alpha in comma 1 minus alpha is given by gamma of alpha into gamma of 1 minus alpha divided by gamma of alpha plus 1 minus alpha. So the denominator will become gamma of 1, which is 1. So in the numerator we have gamma of alpha into gamma of 1 minus alpha, and the value of that product, that is pi upon sine pi alpha. So substituting these values and in the equation 5, so finally and then we will use the equation star which we have denoted by I. So substituting the values, finally the integral I will become pi upon sine pi alpha into integral from t is equal to a to t is equal to s gt dt. Now because we are to find the value of solution which is denoted by function g, so to find g from here, let us shift this term to the left side. So we get the value of integral from the limits t is equal to a to t is equal to s of the function g with respect to t, and on the right hand side we have sine alpha pi upon pi into the integral I. Now substituting the value of I here, we get integral t is equal to a to t is equal to s gt dt is equal to sine alpha pi by pi, and the value of integral I is integral a to s h dash u fu divided by hs minus hu whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. Now let us differentiate with respect to s by using Leibniz rule of differentiation under integral sign. So if we differentiate this integral by using Leibniz rule of differentiation under integral sign, this will become function gs. On the right side, this is constant. So derivative of this integral with respect to s, we have denoted by d by ds, integral a to s h dash u fu divided by hs minus hu whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. Now let us replace s by t. So finally the solution of the general form of Abel's singular integral equation will become gt is equal to sine alpha pi upon pi d by dt of integral a to t h dash u fu divided by ht minus hu whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. So this is the general solution of general form of Abel's singular integral equation, and this completes your second topic of this section.